Alright, y'all, I'm back with another video, and it's been a month, and I didn't realize how fast time went by. I've been so locked in the past few months on sales. I kind of just put YouTube and content and honestly the business to the side because I became obsessed with sales. I became obsessed with the manipulation part. I became obsessed with the mindset part, and it got to a point where it kind of ruined me. But it kind of led me back to God. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to sales, the stars have to align every time. And of course, it's hard work. But then there's another factor to it. And honestly, that factor is God. Because when I got into sales, I became so obsessed with it. I became, hungry. I started to become jealous. I started to, feel hatred in sales. Whether it was like a customer or whether it was like the person next to me. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with me? Everybody's trying to eat, and I'm mad because I'm not eating like the next person. I'm not eating enough. And that all led me back to God because I just want to win. But being jealous and having hatred and winning, that doesn't go together. That doesn't happen. So I came back to God, started doing my meditation, started reading my Bible again, and next thing I started winning. And it's kind of crazy how it works. And every week, every other day, I would make a sale. And making a sale at where I'm at, it's a pretty big deal. You get paid a lot, you get rewarded fast. And I remember the streak started when my sister asked me for $500. And the reason why I bring up my sister, asking for $500 is because months before that, days before that, all she would do is just, talk shit about me. She would talk shit about the business I was running, the job I was doing, my beliefs in politics or, whatever bullshit that doesn't matter. So she would just talk shit about that. And she still had the nerve to ask me for $500, but what am I gonna do? Not give it to her? No, that's my sister. I have love for everybody no matter what. So I gave her my $500 without asking for it back. And guess how God rewarded me? God rewarded me by making sales every other day, every week. And I haven't stopped. It's actually crazy. That week, the week prior, before I gave my sister $500, I didn't make a sale. I was down bad. When I gave my sister $500, it's been like 10 weeks, a few months since I haven't made a deal per that week. And it's kind of crazy. So that's why sales led me back to God. And I think the title of this video is probably going to be like sales ruined my life, kind of clickbait it a little bit. But it's kind of crazy how things work. You give and then you receive back 10 times. And that's what happened. That's how sales led me back to God. And maybe a better title for this video is sales led me to God, which is actually, that's going to be the title of this video. But yeah, that's what I've been so locked in on, and that kind of made me realize I should transition my YouTube to more sales. There's TJR for trading, there's Brett Scales for brand scaling. There's nobody really for sales, at least on that type of level. There's that one Asian dude, I forgot his name, but he's a pretty cool guy. I watch him. But there's nobody that's like outstanding like Brett Scales or TJR when it comes to sales, and I think I could be that guy. Obviously, in this video, I'm not really, outstanding right now. I'm kind of talking serious, but hey, give me a fucking break. This is my first video back in a month. It's not that anybody's waiting for it. That's the crazy part. When it comes to the sales stuff, it's all hard work and God. The stars have to align, and if they don't align, it's probably a lesson in there, or you probably didn't work hard enough, or you made a mistake, or I don't know. Sometimes shit just doesn't align for some people, and it's kind of crazy. That's why sales is very spiritual. Yeah, what have I been doing lately? Honestly, nothing. I haven't been talking to no hoes. I've been so locked in. I haven't been out. If I do go out to the casino, and at that point, that's a business trip. I think the casino is a business trip. So that's what I've been on lately. I'm just trying to get my money up, and I have. It's paying off. Am I rich though? No. And I just gave my mom 100 bands? No. That's the goal. We're gonna get there, and I feel like it's coming soon. If not, you know, time will tell. I haven't posted a video in about a month or two, and somehow I've gained over 30 or 40 subscribers. Yeah, I had a TikTok blow up, you know, with over 300k views, 100k likes. But then I scrolled through my YouTube feed. I'm like, all right, what YouTube video is getting views right now? I haven't posted shit. And it was a video I posted 8 months ago. And was the video valuable? I mean, at the time I thought it was. Right now I don't think it's valuable at all. But somehow it's blown up months later. I've gained subscribers and it's gaining traction by the day. And that just made me realize I need to go back to the content. I haven't posted in a month or two on either platform because I've been so locked in. But I realized posting content constantly is a form of being locked in. Because if you post valuable content, that is unlimited money. That's how I look at it. You know, content's not going to go away. It's only going to get more valuable by the time goes. Instagram Reels, TikToks, YouTube videos. And you know, me really seeing that I haven't posted in 2 months, and one of my videos that I posted 8 months ago blew up, just shows me how content could be very valuable. And that honestly shows me how the stars can align, but later on in time. So everything I've been doing, it all led me back to where I started with the content, the camera, trying to get money, all led me back to the same place. And now I just gotta put them all together. It's hard to balance things out. I think that's impossible, but sometimes you just gotta act like the camera's not there. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to act like the camera's not there so it doesn't feel like a task and I'm not trying to balance anything. So, you know, I'm back now. Not that y'all waited, but I'm definitely going to be posting, you know, my content again. You know, it worked in the past. Why did I stop? Did I need a break? No, I didn't need a break. I was so locked in that it led me away to something that I was locked in on back then. But it all led me back to where I started. So now it's up. You know, I think this is the video where it's all gonna start. And if not, fuck what I just said. But God willingly, it all works out. God willingly, we help people out. God willingly, I show people the journey and show them that it's possible.